TV. I am not black.
Holding a secret meeting was Judith Barney Shore. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem with Israel is with the young generation of the black community. The problem with Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black is with the young generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States. Of the
All right. So, we have to understand something, brothers and sisters, that they said the young, they call it black. You gotta understand, our brothers and sisters here and the original beings, we're the only people that they call black. They call Africans. They call Britons, the melanated Britons, they call them British. They call Jamaicans. They call Haitians. They call Dominican Republics. They call who else? The South Americans. Brazilians, they call them Brazilians. All right. We're the only ones that they call blacks. You have to understand the reason why they call us black is they call us blacks because they need to identify us as the original beings. It's a code word. You got to understand, it's a code word that they're using to call us to notify the original beings. So the original beings, the young original beings, are the problem with Israel. And then we said, haven't this is something that's been told to you guys for the longest. Our awakening is literally causing a trickle-down effect with the entire freaking realm. Our awakening is literally crippling their entire system. We've got to get ready to fight on a whole nother level. That's why we're telling you guys to get ready. Spiritually, you need to be ready. That's why you practice your Tai Chi, deep into your meditation, creating all kind of different structures and all. Because what do we say? You say you create these structures, you put them in the ground, you create these structures, you give them you pass them on, not sell them for money. Because I make a lot of crystals for brothers and sisters, and I just give them away. You create these crystals and you give them away. That's how you give energy. That's how you gain energy. You gain energy through giving. You gain energy through building and creating. All right? Expanding your mind. Going deep within yourself. Linking and seeking for your inner powers. All right? Just remember, brothers and sisters, we're not going to be alone in this. These motherfuckers know that we have awakened. They know that we have awakened. And they're scared. And say the problem with Israel is the young black community. Why? Because our awakening has literally shifted everything on the realm. Everything in this realm has literally shifted because of our awakening. All right? I want you to check out this young brother here. This young brother here next, because we're looking at a system that's falling, and they have identified us. They've been told, don't awaken the sleeping giant. Don't awaken the sleeping giant. What they did, they fuck around and find out. Right? They fuck around and found out. And they woke us up. They woke us up. They start fucking with us. They start killing us. You know, we started saying, wait a minute, hold on, we got to fight back. But wait a minute, hold on, we can't fight back them with the shit that they wanted, because they wanted a race war. They wanted the bullets and guns. But we starting to learn, hey, we got to fight these motherfuckers on a higher level, and we got to fight them on a level where they can defeat themselves. We got to start waking up, and then we start tapping into going to these inner powers and all these inner energies, and we're going to the astral realm. We're going to the spirit realm. We doing all kind of things. Because we have awakened. All right. And I got some proof. I'm going to show you this right here. Check this out.
You remember on the movie Avatar, when we used our locks? I said we, because that was us, to connect with nature and the giant tree. And look at this picture. They look like a giant tree. They don't look like that is a giant tree. If they cut down, look how smaller they are than a tree. Another giant tree cut down. And you know we were getting our energy from the trees and the sun, man, the grass and all of that stuff. Look at that. Why would they cut down trees for?
The reason why they cutting down our trees is because they realized we had a direct connection with these trees. You remember in my video, I told y'all we have a direct link to nature. We come from nature. We come from this universe. Mother Nature put us here. We have a direct link to nature. We come from nature. Like I said, we are a plant. You feel me? That's why they cut down all our trees. These trees were as big as and bigger than these skyscrapers that y'all see today. These skyscrapers are basically mockeries of these trees, bro. Look how big those tree stumps are. And a lot of these mountains are tree stumps. And as you can see in these pictures, it's just nothing but white dudes cutting down these trees. Why you not seeing nobody black cutting down these trees? Because duh, we had a direct link to these trees. Just like in Avatar. These trees are very important to these people, to these beings. Because they have a direct link to these trees. They connected their hair to the trees so they can feel Awa's heartbeat, right? To feel her vibration and frequency, right? That was literally us. We had a direct connection to these trees because it would connect us to our ancestors and to Mother Nature. And we have a spiritual connection to nature, and they cut down our trees. These trees were basically energy towers. These trees were like energy towers. So they used to grow very big. Look at those tree stumps. Look at those tree stumps. Look how big those trees were, and they cut it down. Because why? They didn't want us to have a direct link to nature anymore. And that's how we lost our vibration. When they cut down these trees, when they started cutting down these trees and they started destroying nature, that's how we lost our connection, because the vibration was lowered.
So y'all see what I'm saying? This young brother, what they call a black American, young black American, he's awakened. And that energy, we found out. This is what they did. This is what they did to destroy. Hey, you know what, guys? You know what, y'all? Ground zero. Right there where the ritual was done, where I buried the dollar. I came there, I pulled up today, and they had a fucking tree cutting service and cut down those trees where the dollar was buried. See, they know about these energies. See what I'm saying? Like he said. So his awakening alone has literally caused a trickle-down effect with this entire system. The system is crumbling because the original beings have awakened. You see what I'm saying? The original beings have awakened. Young black American, the young blacks. We're the only people in this realm that they call blacks. We're the only people in this realm that they call blacks. Like I said, they call Africans Africans. They call the brothers and sisters who are British and London, you know, they call them British and they call them English. They call the brothers and sisters that are in Canada, they call them Canadians. But here in this land right here, Atlantis, and Canada's a part of Atlantis as well. But this land here that they call America, they call us blacks. It's a code word. Like I said, it's a code word that literally means the original. So the original have awakened, and the original is a problem. It's causing the problem with Israel. Why? Because our awakening is literally causing them to fight against each other. See, the energy is getting so high with us that they can't contain the energy. And what are they doing? They're fighting each other. They're fighting each other. And they don't know what to do. They have no. See, we're the saviors of this realm, brothers and sisters. We're the saviors. We're the ones who can only save this realm. Nobody else can save this realm but us. And this is why we have to awaken. This is the importance of our awakening. Ain't no Jesus coming out the sky. Ain't no fucking Allah coming. Ain't no Jehovah coming. Ain't no Yahushawa and Yahawashi and Yahuda and Yahweh. Ain't no, none of them motherfuckers coming out the sky. We're our own salvation. All right? Remember that.
The good news for the black man is that he is on the verge of recapturing his position as ruler of the universe. The bad news for the white man is that his long and wicked reign will shortly be over.
I'm telling y'all, it is our time. It is our time. Like he said, we are on the verge of taking our throne back. We are gods. It is we are taking back what is ours. It is time to take back what is ours. Like he said, their rule is over. That's why they got these prophets in the Bible talking about Jesus is going to come down with the Holy Spirit and his angels and all that to save the world. They're talking about your ancestors. They didn't know Jesus Christ and no Holy Spirit. They're talking about your ancestors. They're talking about.
Didn't I just say that? And I didn't even know this is coming up.
The gods and goddesses that created us. That's who they're talking about. They're not talking about no Jesus Christ. They're not going to make it that easy for y'all. They're not going to make it that easy. That's why they got to hide the true history behind this Christianity and the Bible. That's why they got to do that. You think the government would make it that easy for y'all? No. This is why you got to dig deeper. Look at the world today. Look at the sightings y'all been seeing. Look at the world today. A whole lot of crazy stuff been going on. Because the time is coming, they fear us, which is why they don't want us to be spiritually awakened. This is why they gotta mess with spiritual people. They gotta threaten spiritual people. Because why? They don't want the rest of the world to realize who we really are. They fear us. So that's why they gotta push fear into our community. They don't want us to be spiritually awakened. They don't want us to be spiritually awakened. That's why they hinder us in many ways. But we are coming to an awakening. A lot of us are coming to an awakening. Their rule is coming to an end, and they are afraid of that. Mother Nature is waking up. This planet is waking up. I told you, this planet has a soul and a spirit. It has a heartbeat. We have to connect to this planet, connect to nature. We got to feel her heartbeat because she is waking up. It's going to be a whole pole shift. They call it global warming because they're afraid ain't going to be no more winters to where they can conquer us easily. Ain't gonna be no more snow, ain't gonna be no more winter. Y'all should be happy there's a global warming. This is a tropical planet anyway. The sun is what gives us energy. It strengthens us. Strengthens the melanin in our skin. The neuromelanin, I should say. It strengthens this. We collect that photon energy from the sun. We are going to take back our planet. This ain't about no race war. It's not about preaching hate. I'm not preaching hate. There's a lot of good white folks out there, a lot of good people out there, and I love them. It's not about preaching hate. It's about preaching the truth, and that's what I'm doing here. It's not about no race war or preaching hate. I'm not trying to do that. I don't want to do that. Hating is a low vibration. But when it comes to history and it comes to my people, I don't play, and I'm going to say what I got to say. I don't care what anybody think. I don't. We are taking back our planet. Y'all gotta be prepared. Ain't no Jesus Christ. All them prophets in the Bible, they talking about your ancestors because they written that in the Bible because back then they know that their reign is gonna come to an end. Right now they're trying to do everything in their power. They're trying to do everything that they can to stop that from happening. That's why we gotta be spiritually awakened, y'all. But don't worry, y'all gonna realize. Y'all gonna realize it ain't over. We are taking back this planet. Yeah, their reign is done. It's time for us to rise up again.
Y'all know what's crazy? He's been studying under me. I gotta say, because this young brother here sounds just like me. Oh my goodness. So he's been studying under me, so the student has become a teacher. That's beautiful. And this is part of this awakening. You see what I'm saying? It's a part of this awakening. We have to realize that when we shift our frequencies, we like he said, connect to nature. We got to be connected to nature. So when we shift our frequencies, what happened? The frequencies of this realm shifts as well. We have awakened Mother Nature. It was our awakening. Now these motherfuckers, they want to go to war with us. Are you sure you want to go to war with us? See, we're not the motherfuckers that you knew in the past. See, we're becoming more powerful. And when you begin to war with us now in our awakened state, and nature has awakened as well, you will literally just open up a fucking huge motherfucking Pandora's box. Which they're going to do it. They're going to do it. And they're going to try to come after the awakened ones. And they're going to feel this shit. And they're going to feel this shit. And they're going to be fucked up. So you can say fuck around and find out. So they're going to want to attack the awakened ones. All right? Y'all hear me? They're going to want to attack the awakened ones. Because like she said, let's replay that. Let's replay that, what she said. Let's replay that.
Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. The problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black is with the young generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States.
What is the Black Awakening?
It's related to the Red Horse prophecy in Revelation. It's related to 2 Thessalonians 2, when it says about the day of the Lord, the parousia. That day will not occur until the apocalypse of the Antichrist and the apostasia, the word rebellion or revolt. That's all really defined in the prophecy of the Red Horse. But here's where the term came from and why I used it purposely. When I started dealing with ritually abused individuals, and then we dealt with military-oriented, highly trained, programmed shooters and assassins inside of them. When we began to deal with them, I dealt with someone from Fort Bragg for quite a while and a few others. We were sitting in a lake, Conneaut Lake. They reached over, ripped over my shirt to see if I was wired. I was wiring and recording them. And they were the most sophisticated, satanic warrior type person. They knew 5-6 languages. They knew the ancient Twilight languages. They knew how to conjure. They knew how to use Belteshazzari, Okwam, all these old Pictish languages of the Druids to summon. They are the real Luciferian. They've been through many human sacrificial things. So they sat there to tell me some of those things, what they've been involved with, how they sacrifice a human. I'm listening to all this stuff from them. And then they said to me, you have no idea, Russ, how many of us there are out there. How many satanic, they use the term, chosen ones. You have no idea how many. You have no idea what's coming. We smell Christian blood. We are waiting for our day. And when the call is given, millions of us will be released. And they looked at me and said, you believe in revivals and you believe in Pentecost and the power of God. You believe in all that. We believe in the Black Awakening, a multi-continental release of power to activate the program demonized, where they've weaponized the demonic powers to these super soldiers.
Are they waiting for a specific time to unleash their power?
Yeah, they are, because they have to do it at the moment the Antichrist is, like you read in 2 Thessalonians 2, that it's caught the echo, the restrainer is holding back the apocalypse of the Antichrist, the unveiling in his movement. So right now he's held restrained. Soon as he who restrains is removed, soon as that occurs, we have White Horse, the release of the Antichrist. Instantly, we have the release of the red. It says the whole earth. Arraign, peace is taken from the whole earth, and all of a sudden, it doesn't give the details, but all of a sudden, on a global scale, people are released to begin to, the Greek word is sphadzo, slaughter, begin to slaughter people. It's used of animal ritual butchery to begin to slaughter individuals. That's exactly how they defined it to me back in the 90s. And we've heard this again and again and again. So that scenario fits the Masonic version of Chaos Before a New Order. It fits Father Meridon from the Cathedral of the Black Goat, his book, The Devil's Bible. It fits that scenario too. So some of the oldest, darkest occultists, the idea of chaos first, a collapsing of everything so that a new order can rise, that's all by design. And we've been given the heads up in prophecy, but all prophecy has boots on the ground. It'll all, eventually happen. So I do believe that millions and millions of these trained, programmed, altered, demonized super soldiers, whether we want to say it or not, they believe they're being raised to help bring the Antichrist in. When I was in England just a few months ago, their top guy that deals with SRA, Wilfred Wong, 25 years.
Okay, you got to remember, we are the Christ. He said they got to bring the Antichrist in. He talk about things going to have to collapse. He said the red horse, and they talked about the red horse. That's the awakening of our people. All right. Remember, the apocalypse means to reveal. He said the apocalypse literally is the unveiling. Okay. So they have these soldiers waiting because they know that there's a day, the day is coming, where we are going to awaken. All of the powers that are within us are going to awaken, and there's going to be a slaughtering. There's going to be a slaughtering. And this is the day. We talked about that. I talked about that some years ago. Our realm will have never tasted of so much blood of these non-indigenous beings that she will taste on that day. There will be a slaughtering. And so they have these super soldiers already ready. But guess what? They will never be able to face or never be able to defeat the force that's within us. All right, guys, we're going to continue this a little later. I got to go. All right. But the awakening is real. The awakening is real. And because we have awakened, the original beings, because we have awakened, it's causing a crippling effect in the entire system, their bodies, their minds, their useless ass spirits, their soulless bodies, the system, everything is crumbling because our awakening has literally caused this entire system to collapse. So let's go even stronger with this, y'all. All right? Let's go even stronger. My name is Sima Bath Turi Anu, Dark Angel. Sima Bath Turi Anu. All right? We're going to lead you guys into battle. And remember, we all come back alive. But them, they ain't got the chance. All right? Catch you guys later. Much power to you all.
Raw TV. I am not black.